Hello, everybody. Welcome to ACO. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you become part of the community. We have a lot of fun here. My videos are about laughter. I do go on rants occasionally, and I do give my opinion, but I like to laugh. So, I do everything in chapter form. At the end of each chapter, I have what I call commercials, and I think everybody knows that those are just things I find funny. I make my own commercials even, and yeah, we just have a ball. So other than that, my name is Lara. All my creators are in the description of the video, and let's just get to the fun. So this chapter is Crimea River Rochelle and past affairs and finishing the ESPYS, hopefully. Okay, so I wanted to start out with something from my last video. It's about the article I read out and about the argument or whatever they had going on there at the ESPYS in front of everybody. And it said in the article that they said something to each other. It was like one sentence each. And somebody said, I've watched everything. There's no way that something was said without us seeing it. So I just thought I would show you a couple of photos. These are screen grabs, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is him as he's getting up. Here we see him looking back at her. So was something being said? We can't see his lips. Another one where, nope, can't see his lips. But to me, it's very, very odd a way for him to get up. Wouldn't he just get up and go? Like, why would he turn around if there wasn't some sort of interaction going on? Someone else, too, said that they had heard that he'd said something to her. So what I had said was, well, we didn't get all the angles, right? Not only that, ever since it's been out, you will not be able to find the original footage, right? Because they have hacked it, edited it, photoshopped it, put in applause tracks, you name it, they did it. So that we couldn't hear or see anything that we really wanted to, right? But it looks to me, if you look at these shots that I've shown you, very, very possible that a sentence was said between them. We don't know if it was or not. I just wanted to defend a little bit of what I give out there because I was accused of making quote unquote shit up. Now that really bothered me. Sorry, I'm starting out this way, but I have to say something because I don't make anything up. I try very hard, actually, to bring you guys what I feel is true or what is close to truth as possible. And if it's not, I will let you know that. But I think it is very possible that they said something to each other. No question, not in my mind. And also, I had put the original footage on right as it happened about, hearing somebody say you're no Princess of Wales and the microphone thing. But I just thought I'd play it one more time. I did have it out right away, but I'll play it one more time and I'm going to get to a couple comments and then we are going to go on from there because we have a lot to cover. Okay, so I'm sure you've all heard it already. Well, you did if you watched my other one. But I'll just quickly play it again. And yes, he says, somebody give her that microphone. And at the end, someone yells, she's no Princess of Wales. So keep your ears out for that. Okay, so I hope everybody heard that. And I love that they did that. That was awesome. So there's just a couple little comments here on X. News. There was a crisis in Archwell and with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle about the change petition to ESPYS about Harry's acquired Matt Tillman Award. many Zoom calls, emails, and drafts of speech undertaken by WME. So they're obviously still with them. For the first time, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had to listen to advisors, which, you guys, I think that's why she didn't go up there. It was refreshing to be listened to for the first time, said one associate who works at WME. Yeah, I bet it was nice. So someone said it was still an awful speech, passive-aggressive and condescending, and making those poor veterans stand there while shaky has-been mouthed the words written by the team and was another selfish act. He did still make a dig at Mary Tillman, which I can't believe WME allowed, and they made a spectacle of themselves on leaving. An undeserved award for H. He took advantage of the veterans, like he always does. He took advantage of the death of Pat Tillman. He took advantage of the death of Princess Diana. He is a despicable opportunist and blackmailer, and his panicked face was because he knew that receiving that award was a scam at WME. Part of the speech was plagiarized from Google quotes, and his references to Mary Tillman came across as gaslighting. The rest was me. Does that mean that WME is still repping her? Any decent PR agency would have pulled them out of the award once all the protests took place. Buying the award in the first instance was a big mistake, but they could have redeemed themselves by letting just the IG athletes, except without H being on stage. Right? I said right away that Harry's too thick to have written that speech, and the Meg didn't do it. Because it wasn't a load of word salad. She would have made it about herself somehow. Example, Harry, I want to thank my wonderful wife for her undying support, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, agreed. WME needs to rethink their alliance. Wasn't a WME handler sitting behind Meghan and Harry? Yep. No one likes them, cares about them, or wants to be associated with them. They have absolutely no value add to anything. Wasn't WEM rep there behind her ensure behavior was maintained? Was that why she was there? Look up my post from last week proving that the Pat Tillman Foundation is quite literally a scam. No offense, but it's a scam by every definition. But you decide. So, their advice was for them to show up, pretend they are worthy, and take the award while making a swipe at Mary Tillman. Great PR. WME should have protected their client and pulled him out of the event, or H should have handed the award to the 3 people he made remain on stage at the very least. He made them stay so he wouldn't get booed. I thought it was cowardly, arrogant, and selfish, to be honest. Yes, and hell yes. Okay, I hope I'm done with that now. All right. So this is one of the headlines out there. Meghan Markle believes she's unfairly picked on by the American public. Oh, God. Archwell is rebuilding her image after being branded a Hollywood flop. But can the Duchess of Sussex handle the scrutiny that comes with being in the spotlight? No, she cannot. There is a growing rift between Harry and Meghan caused by Meghan's increasing concern that her life is not going in the direction she'd planned. She loves media attention and hates the fact that surveys suggest she and Harry are no longer of much interest to the American public. Yeah, to put it mildly, Tom Quinn told an outlet. Okay. Meghan was in tears. When is this woman not in tears? When the brand launched and her new jam was wildly mocked for being expensive and nothing special, he added. That's because it was nothing special and heavily expensive. Oh my. Okay, calm down, Laura. We're just starting. In March, she revealed she will launch American Riviera Orchard, which is expected to retail nothing. Fruit preserves, dog biscuits, and wine. What the hell? Where the F did she come up with this combination? However, social media posts shared by the former actress's inner circle received some pushback. She had reached the point now where she thinks that anything and everything she does will be unfairly criticized, Quinn shared. Like her husband, she feels that people are unfairly picking on her. She cannot understand why people don't admire her work. Well, just off the top of my head, it's not her work. There's nothing to admire. She's done nothing original ever in her entire existence. She's not being unfairly picked on. She's being treated exactly how she's acting. the consequence that comes with your behavior, right? That's how I look at it. And number 3, you sound like a whiny little bitch like your husband. Oh, like her husband and picked on. My God! These people are in their bloody 40s. One is close to 50. I don't care what anybody says. And they act like they are toddlers. I had my 3-year-old grandchild over here, and she didn't even say something like that. And her sister was picking on her. Good grief. So this is pretty big as well, hey? Dominic Reed is stepping down as chief executive of the Invictus Games Foundation founded by Harry after 10 years in the role. That says a lot, you guys. It really does. This is huge. This is basically Dominic saying Invictus is going downhill and I'm no longer willing to go out with the ship. Money is not coming in the way it should be, and it's been nothing about the games and more about you and your wife. He would not be stepping down if things were going well. Curious now to see who else walks away. They're jumping ship everywhere. They really are. I threw that in because I know that it's big right now and it's coming up later, so I thought I would put it in the beginning so nobody thinks I forgot or anything. Saw this headline and thought I'd put a funny on top there. The uninvited. Bad reputation leaves you out in the cold. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle labeled the uninvitables by pals leaving couple fuming. Exclusive Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are being left off the guest list for friends' weddings and other events due to their estrangement from the royal family. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if this headline had anything to do with that. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle snubbed by royal family for a Balmoral event. The royal family have chosen to enjoy the summer at Balmoral without the Sussexes present. However, there might be a private meeting scheduled with King Charles once everyone else departs. I think this says everything, and I love the way that the royals say things because you know what they're saying without them having to be rude, right? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have not been invited to Balmoral to join the rest of the royal family this summer, express.co.uk has learned. According to a well-placed source, the Sussexes have been left off the official guest list for the firm's August summit, so that King Charles 75 and Catherine, Princess of Wales 42, can enjoy family time following a difficult year. Harry and Meghan will not be joining the rest of the royal family in August, said the source. The king is keen for it to be a happy family occasion, which will see members of the royal family come together for just over a week to discuss plans for the future and to unwind. Well, if that isn't a little bit of a dig, I don't know what is. He wants it to be a happy family occasion, so you're not invited. You're not invited. This woman has more balls than most men, I think. Either, I don't know, or she's stupid. Both. Duchess Diva is back. Remember the time Meghan demanded a private meeting with Charles days after he buried his own mother? His response? An immediate flight from London to Balmoral, far away from the crazy lady. Well, the bag of bones is now one step away from confronting the king. Yeah, okay. Apparently it's his fault her pathetic jam enterprise came to an immediate and sticky end. Nothing whatever to do with the majority of jam recipients refusing to endorse her peeling labels and dyeing lemons in a basket. Why on earth would any celebrity agree to be markled? So, demand all you like, Duchess Dish Soap. There's more chance of Spotify renewing your contract than King Charles taking your call. She did it to herself. She did it to herself. Okay, so now's the affair part of the chapter. So, bear with me. Let me set up the scene. It was 2021, so our saint still was popular in the U.S. I was on a flight to California and I was bumped up to first class. And I found myself seated by the most beautiful man. He exuded confidence and his clothes spoke real money. Honestly, my first thought was, crap, I'm sitting by a famous actor and I don't know who he is. Crap. Well, he wasn't an actor, as I soon discovered before the plane took off, when he took a call to speak to what I presumed was a coworker about logistics. Montecito, blah, blah, Jaguar, Range Rover, blah, blah, and my curiosity was piqued. Was he a lawyer? Real estate agent? Who was this mysterious moneyed man? I didn't know, but somehow the ice was broken when he asked me a very boring question, and we fell into easy conversation. And once the stewardess gave us drinks, yay first class, the conversation flowed quite freely. We were around the same age, late 20s, early 30s, and he mentioned he used to live in Toronto. I asked him casually if between Montecito and Toronto, if he ever ran into Oprah's latest interviewee, St. Meghan Markle, and he looked me dead in the eye. Yes. Oh, yes, I have, and gave a deep sigh. I then said, as chill as I could possibly muster, tell me more. At this point, thanks to wine, vodka, soda water, we were chatting like long best friends. And he got a bit standoffish and said, well, I don't really like talking about her because people don't really like what I have to say. I decided then and there to show my cards. Recall 2021, it almost felt dangerous to say you disliked her. Oh, times have changed. And I told him point blank that I thought she was pretty phony, though I was not nearly reliably informed about her antics as I am now. He looked relieved by my response and replied, oh, you don't know half of it. And the next half hour he spilled anecdote after anecdote about her behavior. So he was very much involved in Toronto's high society and is actually friends with Corey, her ex. Like, he pulled up his text with him to share recent pictures of him and his wife and their cute kid. After sharing many anecdotes of her pretentiousness and ultimately that no one was missing her in Toronto, he told me people only really tolerated her because of Jessica Mulroney, who, according to my travel companion, is very likable once you know her. He only had nice things to say about Jessica for what it's worth. His and my favorite story that he shared was that one time Corey took her for a romantic getaway somewhere tropical. But when they went to check into the hotel, Madame tried to get their hotel rooms upgraded. She started throwing a tantrum at the front desk staff and in a fit of rage said, do you know who I am? Recall, she's Rachel from Suits. Whatever. And everyone was like, no? This was apparently the moment where the scales fell off from Corey's eyes and he realized what he was dating. Apparently, he was considering proposing soon during that trip. But instead, he decided to head back to Canada and ended the trip early. Thank God. I don't think they immediately broke up, but I think Corey was starting to rethink everything and was very much not heartbroken when things ended, but very much relieved. Anyways, it was a rather entertaining flight. So that's my story, but I know there's people here that have better. I'm happy to hear that Corey was already emotionally removed from that awful woman when she cheated on him. Proof Meg cheated from her own Instagram. Check the date, July 22nd, 2016. Dinner with Dory at home in T.O. with Corey from his restaurant Flock. It is known for its roast chicken. You're kidding me. That deserved a clap. I did not read that. Holy shit, that's funny. Okay. By her own admission, Meg had already had a July 4th cupcakes in London with H after their first date weekend romp. Oh my God. And there's her lovely picture. Mum's in town, dinner at home from at Eat Flock at Toronto, at home away from home. What a piece of shit she is, really. Did anyone notice this comment on the DM article, supposedly by someone in Toronto? Hello, Rachel. I was working 2 jobs with a newborn to pay for university in Toronto when I had the displeasure of meeting you. You walked into the establishment I was working in and almost immediately had a meltdown of sorts. God, all the time everyone says this. Sorry, there's no other way to explain it. You were stomping your 2 high heels into our newly redone floors because no one recognized you when you walked in. Shortly thereafter, when you were not acknowledged to your satisfaction, you were very loudly began stating your name and that of the chef you were dating, who we all adored because he was genuine and real, unlike yourself. As if it's someone you made made you superior to every other diner in our establishment. What a joke. I remember clearly you and your two little like-minded colleagues being seated in my section, and my dread was overwhelming, real, and suffocating. I knew from others of your ill treatment of staff, you were given the incorrect red and threw it loose, landed on my blouse while laughing. Mentor, I think not. She actually threw red wine at somebody? Wow. And this was a piece I was sent by a friend, but it just starts out harassing her at her home. So that was obviously, she said, the paparazzi. And the cops said no. And even the neighbors came out saying they saw no such thing. Was also known for cheating. She was a regular at anywhere the Leafs, that's a hockey team, Canadian. Okay. Montreal Leafs. Well, even while dating the chef. I know someone who worked for the Leafs and even referred to her as a puck bunny because she was often spotted hanging around them. The OG story of how she met Harry also involved cheating. I know she was known as a puck bunny, definitely. cheats on Corey again with Harry. April 29, 2016, Megan and Corey vacay in Mexico. May 2016, Megan hooks up with Harry in Toronto. Harry's in town 2 nights, accompanied by Jason Knopf. May 2016, Megan contacted Violet for complimentary Wimbledon tickets seated in the most photographed glossy pose section. Violet offers Megan 1 ticket on July 4th, the day before Megan returns to Toronto, in exchange for wearing a black suede dress in summer and Reitman's handbag. Oh my God. So that's it for this chapter. Just basically that's what I do, guys. I think most of you know. We go back into the past a lot to see what we can find, and people are talking, and I love to read the stories out. But first, I want to do a little bit of bragging myself. I sent my PPP with her running from the ESPYS with getting hit by canned tomatoes. And I sent it to Wally, and she answered. Haha, thank you. Very funny, canned tomatoes. I've no comment. I love this, and I'm rocking about holding my hernia in. Thank you for this. I love a good belly laugh. And then she started to follow me, so I'm very, very, very happy about that. So having said that, I did make another PvP. We're going to put her on in another commercial, and we'll just keep on going.
Who's there? Is this me, Archofficial? My mom just dropped me off. What are we doing today? Are we doing our regular pap book? Excuse me, Archofficial. I don't know where you heard the term pap book before, but don't ever mention it here again. That is not what we do. We go on photo shoots, that's it. Go and run along and I will talk to you shortly. Okay, sorry, Duchess. Oh, it sucks so much. Catherine shows up and breathes, and she breaks the internet. Oh, horrible. I have to have Archofficial do a photo shoot. That's the only way I'm going to beat this. Children, King Archie.
Question's too rude for Oprah. Megan, welcome.
Can I go and have lunch with my friends?
Can you wait? We're doing an interview. Everyone wants to know, are you fat, or is that a pillow stuffed in your dress?
The latter.
Listen, Megs, I'm also from Los Angeles, and I know that us Americans are way more into the royal family than the Brits are, so be totally honest with me here. You knew what you were marrying into, didn't you?
I didn't grow up knowing much about the royal family.
Oh, please. You knew who Princess Diana was, though, right?
No.
What?
I don't know who Diana is. Did Diana ever do an interview?
Yeah, a very famous interview. In fact, a lot of people are saying that you're kind of copying her. Your makeup, your eye makeup, your outfits, even some of the stories you told Oprah. You're basically a woke Walmart version of Diana. Are you trying to copy her?
If you love me, you don't have to hate her. And if you love her, you don't need to hate me.
No one hates Diana, Megan. They hate you. Okay, let's do a quick fire round now. Marry, kill.
Kate.
Marry.
The queen.
Kill.
Harry.
What? Okay, one of our viewers wants to know, how long until you dump Harry?
2 years.
Harry?
That hurts.
We've all seen Harry's nudes.
Yeah.
But did the reality live up to the expectation?
I know there's an obsession with how things look, but has anyone talked about how it feels?
Ooh, okay. So how does it feel?
These moments in the middle of the night, Harry comes.
Chapter 2, Family Talk, both sides and Invictus. I had a friend send me something extremely interesting, you guys. It's shocking, actually. Can't wait to share it. So this is actually from NBC News, you guys. I don't know when. I don't have a date. Excuse me. But it's still shocking. Okay. Hot news. MM's scandalous past exposed by her dad. Theft and affairs since teen years. In a recent interview, Thomas Markle Sr. did not hold back, offering a scathing assessment of Meghan's personal and professional conduct. He claimed that since her teenage years, Meghan has engaged in promiscuous behavior, alleging she has had numerous relationships throughout her life. She's always been a highly sexed girl. Holy moly. Holy shit. Markle stated bluntly, painting a contrasting picture from the public image of propriety Meghan has cultivated. Markle's accusations extended to claims of financial impropriety, suggesting Meghan stole a significant amount of money from him. Holy. Although specifics were not provided regarding the alleged theft. Yes, everything's alleged, you guys, in my opinion. He portrayed Meghan as savvy with money. Adept at manipulating situations to her advantage, implying her financial skills may have been used unethically. According to Markle, Meghan reacted with anger and upset upon learning he had disclosed these personal details about her. Their strained relationship was escalated, with Markle intent on revealing what he perceives as the true MM, regardless of potential consequences. Holy, I wonder when this was, you guys. Oh my God, I can't believe I don't have the date. Rochelle has chosen to maintain silence publicly in response to her father's claims, aligning with the royal family's approach of restrained responses to media scrutiny. Oh yeah, okay, this time, The ongoing saga and public fascination with the Duchess of Sussex and her family's personal affairs highlight the enduring interest in their story. Thomas Markle's actions have repeatedly drawn attention, previously staging paparazzi photos before Meghan's royal wedding and criticizing her decisions thereafter. Rightly so, though, really. His latest revelations underscore the complexities of familial bonds in the public eye, raising questions about maintaining integrity and credibility amidst personal disputes. While the salacious nature of Thomas Markle's allegations captivates the public, the deeper implications of this family feud, including potential financial ramifications, could impact MM's public image and standing within the royal family. As the drama unfolds, it poses challenges that resonates beyond celebrity, reminding us of the complexity and conflicts that can arise within families, even among those in the highest echelons of society. And then I have here, I just redid it so you can read it. Every 80 years, some American divorcee turns up and wrecks the place. If you see any more, you know what to do. But holy crap, you guys. What the hell? Where has this been missing all this time? NBC News? Oh my God. I'm blown away. I mean, it's all true, but for him to say it, right? That's just, I mean, you gotta admit, kind of shocking. I haven't heard this before. Now I have a couple things about Dorito. This is so delicious, you guys. Oh, in your face, Rochel. For the Princess of Wales' great-great-great-great-aunt, Norfolk-born Harriet Martineau, became known as the greatest American abolitionist after fighting a lifelong battle to abolish slavery and racism in the U.S. And in a fascinating twist of history, it was her lobbying of U.S. Presidents James Madison and Andrew Jackson that ultimately set in motion Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Oh my goodness. The declaration that freed the Duchess of Sussex's great-great-great-great-grandfather Stephen Raglan from servitude. In other words, Catherine's ancestry abolished slavery, which in turn freed Rochel's great-great-grandfather. So that says something now, doesn't it? Like, sugars, look at that. Take a look at that. Shove it up your ass. I just wanted to show a picture of our beautiful late queen. This is when she did her first Queen's speech in 1952. And she looks stunning because it really angers me that the sugars blame her for colonialism. What? She wasn't even supposed to be queen, for God's sake. That was was not expected. She was a little girl that didn't know, she didn't grow up to be queen. And what a magnificent queen she became. And she always stood up for everybody's rights and freedoms. So they can go shove it up their arses. Having a moment. So I'm not sure how many of you guys know about Dorito, but I am Lady Lou says, so here's the proof that Doria Raglan's grandmother married her half-brother. So come at me, sugars, and tell me RRF or inbreds. I dare ya. Credit to at Winter Wonders 125 for doing the detective work. Yep, it's true, you guys. She's not 43% Nigerian, but she is related to herself. Doria's mom, Jeanette, MM's grandmother, is the child of a brother-sister, you can see what I crossed out, marriage. Yep, it is true. You know what made me think of this, you guys, honestly? When they talk about that, oh, now I'm just going to escape me, his chin. That chin that they started to get the royals because they were all inbreeding and they had to kind of like breed that out, that long chin that she looks like now. Yeah, people have noticed that and I was thinking that. So when you go on to you go further into, the family trees of everybody and stuff like that on the royals, they literally don't put in her grandmother. They have it like the brother-sister thing. Yeah, their half-brother, sister, it's the same dad. They don't even have her in there. They have it like blank. No kidding. So Meghan Markle's family tree was omitted. Dorito's mom, Jeanette, grandmother, is the child of a brother-sister marriage. Same mom. Oh, sorry, same mom, not dad. I apologize. Royals married third and fourth cousins 70 plus years ago, but no brother-sister marriage. So it was the other way around. I'm sorry, you guys. It was, they didn't put in the man. Yeah, for real. So what does that say? It says something to me. Just a little picture of what I was talking about. That, jutting jaw there. I can't remember what it's called. I know somebody will tell me. I'm sure more than, I should have looked it up, but I honestly, you guys, I can't even tell you. So, but that's what it reminded me of. No kidding. That's hilarious. Then this ass hat, hashtag not my fault, hashtag Harry is a backstabbing liar. Prince Harry's accused the royals of total neglect which made him turn to drink and drugs. Prince William had the same upbringing and had to deal with his mother's confidences. Harry yet again making excuses for his own bad choices. Right? And underneath, somebody put a meme. Prince Howie's brain is like a web browser. 18 tabs are open, 15 are frozen, and he has no idea where the music's coming from. Right? A little bit of tea that will be coming up later again. I heard the family showed Harry something after Her Majesty's oh my God, funeral that upset him and caused a fight between him and the wife. People who were there from Netflix tried to get enough footage for that stupid docuseries, though, that he seemed on the verge of leaving her over whatever it was. I always wondered if they finally showed him what they have on her. That was when they started living separately. I know they're living separately. So this is all by itself, but I'm bringing it up because this is just in a week ago. Is MM the mother of Lily Giuliano? Yes, the father is Joe Giuliano. His parents insisted the marriage be annulled. Joe kept the child. Thankfully, I don't know or care what Rochel's feelings were. Apparently, the leopard hasn't changed its spots. Now, the reason I brought it up is because this name keeps coming up all the time in my research. Lily. And I'm wondering if it's true, and I don't want to bug her or anything like that. I don't want anything like that because she doesn't deserve that. But what really freaks me out is that MM has another Lily. Do you know what I mean? Like Lilibet, they call Lily. Isn't that just a little too freaky? It is for me. It's really freaky. Just like when she wears Trevor's bracelet all the time. Now she's what? Naming her pretend child over her real child? I don't know. It's just really fishy. Because I know there's no question in my mind they have a daughter. And I've heard her name is Lily. So I don't know. But it was just posted a week ago. So I thought I would put it up there just if anybody wanted to check it out themselves or whatever. But it's just something I thought very, very coinky dinky. And we all know Rochelle likes to do that kind of stuff and F with everybody, so wouldn't surprise me one bit. So I have this very short little article. I have no idea if this is true or if it isn't, but I still like to bring this stuff to you guys because it's out there, and this is stuff that would never have been written even a year ago, for real. So I just like to read it, and then you guys decide what you think, but I'm not claiming it to be fact or anything like that. I'm just claiming it to be very intriguing. He's not Lily's father. Inside sources in the royal family's palace have said that the controversy originated from a leaked report by a palace staff that provided information regarding the actual parentage of Lilibet. The document purportedly contains DNA test results proving that King Charles is not the biological grandfather of the young royal. The identity of the real father remains a closely guarded secret, further fueling speculation and intrigue. Now, isn't that interesting that they say Charles is not the biological grandfather? But how many times have we heard Harry is the biological father? Which would mean that Charles isn't Harry's father. But I will continue. Rochel's dirty secret, as it has been referred to in the media, has sent shockwaves through the royal family and the public. The timing of the revelation could not be more dramatic. Coming just as the royal family was trying to project an image of unity and stability, King Charles, upon learning of the news, reportedly suffered a severe health crisis and was rushed to the hospital for emergency treatment. While details of his condition remain undisclosed, palace insiders suggest that the stress and shock have taken a significant toll on his health. See, I don't know if that's true about the emergency stuff, but I 100% believe that everything that these guys have done has caused a significant toll to his health. As the royal family grapples with this crisis, questions about the future abound. Will Prince Harry and Meghan address the allegations publicly? How will this revelation impact their standing within the royal family and their ongoing projects? And most importantly, how will King Charles recover from this personal and public blow? Wow. So like I said, no idea if it's true or if it isn't. But one thing I do think is I find it highly improbable that there wouldn't have been a DNA test by now. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, of course. But we don't know much about much, it seems. So I'm just throwing it all out in the ring and see what comes out in the wash. So I don't know if you've heard anything, but this has been going around. It is no longer a rumor. They have entered into a business arrangement. Harry and the actress are no longer living together and haven't been for some time. She is acting the part in public. Harry shows the cameras that he's uncomfortable with the scam. It's clear that he can't cope with this. He knows she's using him, but he's trapped. At the forefront of his mind every day must be the thought of how he can possibly explain away 2 kids that don't exist. A BBC journalist is suggesting that Harry still wants the door kept open for his return to the family. He knows that this door will be firmly slammed in his face if he attacks his family yet again. So this is his dilemma. How can he tell Meghan Markle he'll be refusing to include her lies? Harry lives day to day in fear of her telling the world that they will divorce. But more importantly, why is he terrified that she will tell the world, or he is terrified that she will tell the world why? He knows what she's like. He's fully aware that she will tell her truth. Harry doesn't want to trash his family. Markle wants the money from the book, meaning the book that she is going to write. We all know she's going to do it. I mean, would anybody be surprised? I would bet my house that she completely has a book ready to go already. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's it for chapter 2. I do believe that a divorce is imminent. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure when they said he saw lawyers last year that he actually did. So I think he's trying to figure out a way to get through all this because there's so many lies and so much bullshit. It could take a while, let's just say that. But I believe it. I do. We all do. I mean, come on. The minute they got married, we were wondering when the divorce was coming. I mean, really, I think. I know I was not too long after, that's for sure. But anyway, okay. The last commercial looks like one I had before, but isn't. It was a part 2 they put out, so that was really cool. And then I found a part 2 from another commercial I had done, or I'd put out. So I'm going to put it on this time, and it's the one where they are going to help the poor and all that, right? And it's a part 2, so just to let you know, it's not the same one. All right, let's have some commercials.
Common ground. I picked out the one thing I could relate to. I see you have a child. You know, my wife has the same one for me. Brush our teeth, put the pants on. I always miss those.
Oh no, that's for the kids.
I was absolutely shocked. Full-grown adults using their children for slave labor. I had to step in and take moral action. Sir, I'm putting your kids up for adoption.
You can't do that.
You're too poor for a family.
We're not poor.
CPS is on their way.
You kidding me?
Even though it was sad, leaving the poor people, knowing they'd never be as important as I am, it still felt good knowing we saved the lives of innocent children.
How many animals would you say you've probably killed? You think I've kept count? Absolutely. 1,693. Giraffes. You alright? Not yet.
My father, I love my brother, I love my family. I always do.
4, you spoke about an incident involving wardrobe that was problematic and discriminatory. Can you elaborate on that?
Every time that there was an event that was white tie, it was required. But if it was black tie, it was black tie optional. As if loving Meghan was a choice. It was very hurtful.
This is just like standard terminology for wardrobe. I don't think it has anything to do with race.
I'm not going to say it's discriminatory, but certainly unconscious bias.
Dude, You're reaching here, man.
And I love my brother. I love my family.
Yeah, I know.
But it's hurtful. I always had trouble in school.
Why did you have trouble in school, Harry?
All that white chalk dominating a blackboard.
God, please stop.
It's hurtful. And I love my teachers.
Stop!
I wanna talk about number one. Oh my, what I think, what I like, what I...
Okay, chapter 3. Aiko's water cooler gossip chapter. The best one. Okay, so I've been waiting for the moment to tell this story. I'm a longtime lurker of this sub, but I don't usually comment or post. However, I have some really interesting tea that I got from a friend during a work trip. Last year at the Invictus Games in Germany, a photo of Prince Harry, his wife, and a colleague of mine went viral. In fact, imagine my surprise when I first saw it here in this sub. Much later during a work trip, I met up with my colleague for dinner and I couldn't resist asking her about Invictus. I thought she was pro H&M, however, her experience revealed quite the opposite. First, the picture. She recounted that Meghan Markle spotted her and a friend saying this would make a great photo opportunity, then practically manhandled them into taking a photo. Although M was nice during the photo op and Prince Harry was much nicer and carried the actual conversation, my friend described her as evil and mentioned that Invictus is used primarily for PR. The organizers and volunteers had code names for the couple and could predict their arrivals because entire sections would be blocked off for staged events and Getty photographers were ushered in. Oh my God. That Meghan expected everyone to fall over themselves with worship and adoration while she graced them with her presence. Basically, she wanted screaming fans everywhere she went and didn't get it. That Meghan hated being at the games and didn't want to be there. When she wasn't attending events, she was camping out at the hotel bar, drinking anything and everything. That she was so belligerently drunk at the hotel bar, and enough people were complaining about her that the bar threw her out and the hotel complained to Invictus Games. That when she was drinking at the hotel, she kept complaining about how people were more interested in the veterans than in her. Oh my God. She also had a few choice words to say about the veterans with disabilities too, and even more to say about the royal family of the Netherlands snubbing her. They weren't given rooms at the royal palaces and only Harry got the photo op with the king. Holy crap. This is one thing I like about going back, because then you actually get to hear what people went through and their stories. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely crazy. So I have a couple blinds here. I hope we can get through them. This one's short, but I thought, how interesting is this now? This was only in May, you guys. According to Auntie's blinds on this site, allegedly the illiterate one tried to hook up with Alexis Oharian, Serena's husband. What the? The flashing incident. This was right after she supposedly gave birth to Archie. Must have been like looking into the Lincoln Tunnel. Oh my God. No, it didn't say that, did it? Holy shit. She tried to copy Gwyneth by releasing a candle that smelled like her kitty cat. It definitely had more than a hint of ginger. Oh my God. I'm sure it smelled like a few other unsavory things too. Brimstone comes to mind. Oh God. This one isn't a blind, but very interesting. The paparazzi who says Meghan called him for pap shots. 10 to 1 she told #Prince Harry she's been hounded to make it look like she's the next Diana to play into Harry's paranoid mind. It appears that when making the deal for the series, Netflix bought into Hasno's sincere yet deluded belief that TW was being hounded. Netflix must have believed they had a real story on their hands, the next Diana. But when the director looked for footage while building the series, they likely found out that most material was TW in agreement with the Paps. Example, smiling giddily while being hounded in the woods while your security agents step aside. So Netflix approved dishonest stock footage which had nothing to do with the duo. The trailer is full of dis and misinformation. Everyone is to blame. TW for lying, her handbag for being so gullible, and Netflix for not doing their due diligence. Harry is not gullible, he's culpable. Yes. So this one doesn't have comments, but it goes with that one. Blind item number 9. The editor is responsible for the fake photo outside a Harry Potter movie and not in front of the illiterate one and her husband. The other photo, which looks sneaky, taken from above, though, was a photo that was personally approved by the illiterate one. She knew a photographer would be there because it was the only place she allowed them to be. When she saw the cut of the movie, she knew it was a lie, but didn't say anything. That whole thing was a lie. How it started versus how it's going. She will always go down as the most epic loser in history for screwing up what she did. Really. Meghan knows about the fake and misleading pictures because she was never stalked by photographers. She had to call them instead numerous times to set up pap walks. Alrighty, well, it looks like I'll have enough time for one more blind. I have other ones, but I want to do this one, so we'll do this one. February 15th, 2023. The illiterate one and her husband have spent multiple nights apart from each other in the past few weeks, and it isn't a work-related separation. So this was 9 months ago. Just shows you how long this has been going on, right? Well, okay. He's suffering from PTSD for real this time. In the immortal words of Adele, divorce, babe, divorce. Harry must be thankful that he's finally got some peace and quiet, albeit at the cost of his inheritance, which he spent on her PR. And what about the little ones? Were they abandoned at the In and Out? I forgot about them. So did they. Doria won't be allowed in London to help raise any children that might exist. That was actually my thought. Where are the kids? So she blew acting by being mediocre. She blew being a duchess by being lazy and greedy. What exactly does she think she's going to get hired for? She's too married to yacht. She's too married to yacht, isn't she? Or spot on. Too old, I'd say. I'm sure there are plenty of wealthy Arabs who would pay $2 to take a dump on the only Hollywood duchess. Oh my God, that's gross. That's what they have, you guys, potty parties on those things. Oh. I mean, her mother took a big chunk of time off from looking after Meghan. She's not necessarily going to be the dutiful grandmother. Her mother is not required. She's a massive problem. I don't think her mother should be allowed anywhere near children. I doubt it. Pretty sure Doria, formerly inmate number 00123 whatever, was down with the fake paparazzi chase outing in NYC. Her and her grifter daughter is thick as thieves. Attention billionaires, know your parasites. Deer tick, dog tick, lunatic. Pretty sure this was the date and time it all fell apart. Definitely the penny dropped for Harry that day. That's a damning photo for sure. I agree they've been apart for a while, probably a year. He can't hide his disdain for her in recent appearances. He left her after this, it's been reported, called in lawyers. I don't think they've been together for about a year. She's got no control or hold over him anymore, let alone herself and career. Is that a photo you can tell? In that photo, you could tell how pissed off she was in not being able to make the Queen's funeral about her. And there is Harry, finally getting full of her narcissistic bullshit when she was pretending to mourn for the Queen. She's disgusting. One tear left eye. Lucky Harry, and where, pray tell, are the kids? I was wondering the same thing. Where are the children living? With their own parents? At home with their parents until the next rental. Will Archie be fairer than fair ginger again? Or will he have a lush head of brunette curls? Remember the Tressie doll? You just change it when you're bored. They're just as bizarre as Michael Jackson with their parenting. But he was actually with his kids. The photos I saw, both kids were ginger. I doubt she has an ounce of DNA in either of them. My opinion, you'll never divorce her. He is certain she is his mummy incarnated. She would love to, of course, but with her fame, I don't think there are that many gullible billionaires out there, or kings. My Brit friend said that he 100% married his mother, but a very poor copy. In their circles, aristocrat, it's known that she yanked him in that way purposefully. I mean, we all knew, right? But but it hits diff when it comes from someone with no gossip blog or some shit. She allegedly had him blackmailed. I bet Marcus Anderson and Soho House are a lot more involved in this romance. What a dim dunce of a duke. It's not all bad news for Meghan. She's lost a few pounds since being incarcerated in California's most secure facility for the criminally insane. But her doctors are increasingly concerned by her ravings about imaginary children and her claim to be royalty. And reports that she had barbecued her husband's testicles with some fava beans and washed them down with a glass of Tiganello have proven to be true. Oh my God. Oh Lord. In my head, I hear this in the voice of the narrator for the 1960s series Batman. Keep on keeping on, Noah. Is the most secure facility for the criminally insane another name for Los Angeles? Ha! Princess psychopath. Well, Wallace cozied up to Nazism, so some of her letters were discovered in the early aughts. She was gross. Good one. The illiterate one conned the illiterate fool. And that's it, guys. I had to take some of it out or we wouldn't have had time. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize I had so much. Well, thank you so much for being here, though. I hope you had fun. And I got some more commercials, of course. And yeah, push like if you liked it. And we'll see you in the next one. Okay, remember, she had his testicles in the barbecue. That's true, you know. I'm just kidding. All alleged. All alleged.
Don't have it. It's not there. So I'd rather just shut it down because hopefully I can't give you what you're looking for. That makes sense?
Sorry, H. I had planned a whole surprise for you. Your brother was supposed to join us, but his car got a flat tire on the way in.
Oh, what a shame. If only he had a spare.
Bring Harry in. I just want to touch on something else. Exactly how much did you know about Harry before you first met him in person? No, I had absolutely no idea who Harry was. The first time I met him was on a blind date. Did you know about Prince Charles or Princess Diana? Well, of course I knew who Diana was. I mean, I read her autobiography, and yeah, I knew Charles, future king. And did you know that they had any children? Yeah, they had 2 boys, if I remember, 2 cis males. So you knew Prince Charles, you knew about Princess Diana, you knew they had 2 children, but you had no idea who Harry was. When you first met him, you didn't think, oh my God, it's Prince Harry. True. You know what, people they'll find that really hard to believe, and I don't know why.
Next second. Meow. Did you hear the cat? Hey, get yourself down, Camilla. This weighs a ton. I'm absolutely knackered with that. Right, son, can you fold it? Just fold it like we showed you earlier. Just spread it all out. That's it. I'm not happy with this sleeve. No happy. Got it. That's annoying me, son. Got it. Thanks. That's much better. Whose phone? Bet you that's Andrew's fucking phone. Answer your phone.